to lay his hand on what does not belong to him. So there will be no representation of budget. That's a stupid thought by anybody. And also, which is very important, the 2025 budget will be presented any moment from now before they write the Speaker of the House of Assembly, which is OK Jumbo. Live with that fact. And it will also be fully implemented. As long as you left the political party upon which you were elected at a time there was no division, and upon that the remaining members of the House of Assembly assume control as required by the Constitution, you cease to be a lawmaker. That very moment you opened your mouth and said, "I'm the champion," when there was no division in your political party and there was no crisis. Your party did not expel you, your party did not chase you away, you went away on your own. And then when you could not realize the reason behind that stupidity, which is to attempt to impeach a man who did not do anything, when it dawned on you that it's impossible from now to 2027, Fubara cannot be impeached, you now suddenly say, okay, I'm still in PDP. Even when you have sworn to an affidavit, you run back again, trying to see if there's any judge at the appeal court or federal high court who will now go and say that your decampment was right, thereby changing our constitutional democracy and the rules spelled out in our constitution. They say that you can now become a member of PDP if that's what it will take for you to acquire some legitimacy to make another futile attempt to impeach Fubara. That is not going to happen. So if anybody wants any resolution, any amendment, any impeachment notice from you people, it's just like bad people gathering in a K market in a way and serving themselves impeachment notice. Nobody will respect it. And the court will always be there to halt such badness. You have left your political party at a time there was no division. Not even that your political party expelled you or chased you. Out of that, you decided to find another place. Because you wanted to go to APC. So they will give you federal might. And then you now come and remove a man who did not do anything. When it did not work, you realize that Rivers is not that kind of jungle where you can perpetrate that kind of kangaroo impeachment from a back of a moving Dasu truck. You now say, I'm a PDP member. We never left. So you can get judicial pronouncement to make that stupid attempt again. And then you want him to come and present budget before you. When you are not a lawmaker. When you have left the place where you were elected at the time there was no division. And your seat have been declared vacant. So I think all these things, I don't want to, I'm even bored replying some of this noise coming from them. And I think it will be the last I will reply to those. You have lost the legal, constitutional, and moral legitimacy. That is the fulcrum that drives constitutional governance. So whatever you're trying to conjure, that is your own. You're your own. You are no longer lawmakers. Doesn't matter whatever you have or whatever you're doing. You are no longer a lawmaker, you're not a lawmaker. So any illegality people are contracting, any illegality people are cooking, it will be disregarded because of the illegality. Until there's a by-election to fill those vacant seats. You can't do this to constitutional governance. And even there was a problem in your party, or maybe they chased you out of the party, or they were fighting you, you now run somewhere, it's even manageable. But you think you just wake up, do it, and come back again and get a judgment. You move into APC, you get a judgment to keep you. You turn back and say, oh, no, we never left. You get a judgment to keep you. Bastardizing our courts. You swore to an affidavit before a court. Got an injunction when you decamped. Turn back again, even with the validity of the affidavit on oath that you have left PDP. You go again and you say, oh, no, we are in PDP. Then you got another order to say, he's in PDP, leave him there. All for what? So you can make a futile attempt to remove Fubara. It's impossible. It's impossible. And those who are promoted and encouraged to go and learn from the crisis of the 60s and 80s, they should learn from it. When you contract those illegalities, bastardized institutions, it always has a consequences. And that's what we're trying to avoid. Make no mistake about it. Nobody will allow you go and cook up all this illegality left, right, and center for those who are no longer lawmakers, for those who decamp before our own very eyes, and their seat will automatically decamp vacant, and then you cook all these illegalities, and then you now come back to steal the constitutional governance of Rivers State, because your father, your mother are the people who created that state. You'll be resisted, heavily resisted. What will you? The way you'll be resisted, and those encouraging you, you will not imagine it. You will not imagine it. So I will advise those who are promoting this nonsense and those who are encouraging them to stop it. You have lost it.